Hello, welcome to Anchi Horror Storytelling Podcast, where real paranormal encounters are shared and the unexplained comes to life. Before we begin tonight's story, make sure to subscribe to my YouTube, follow my TikTok and Instagram, and check out my Spotify at Anchi Horrors. If you have any stories to share, DM me on my TikTok. Now, let's get to tonight's encounter. Today's story is about Kubur Kassim. Do you know Kubur Kassim is one of Singapore's oldest Muslim cemeteries? Kubur Kassim was established around the 1920s in the Siglap area. The land was originally donated by a wealthy merchant named Kassim, which is where the cemetery got its name. Over the years, thousands of Muslims were buried there, including villagers from nearby kampongs. Back then, the area around Kubur Kassim was quiet, filled with trees, old houses and dirt roads. As Singapore developed, many old kampongs disappeared, but Kubur Kassim remained. Today, the cemetery is known not only for its history, but also for the many paranormal stories connected to the place. Some visitors claim to hear strange sounds. Some say they have seen shadows moving between the graves. Others describe an unexplained feeling of being watched at night. And honestly, after what happened to me there, I can understand why. I actually went to Kubur Kassim once around late 2011 with two friends. One of them was a Muslim and he is the one that suggested going there. Before we even entered, he warned us straight away, don't make too much noise inside and don't joke around there. I laughed it off at first because I thought it was just a normal cemetery with ghost stories attached to it. We parked nearby and slowly walked in. At first, everything felt normal, just quiet. But the silence there felt different. The air was completely still, no wind, no insect. Even the sounds from the main road outside started to disappear the deeper we walked in. My Muslim friend became quiet almost immediately. He kept looking down while softly reading something under his breath. I didn't ask him about it. After about 5 or 10 minutes of walking, I suddenly heard something faint. It sounded like crying, but not just one person crying. It sounded like many people crying at the same time from very far away. At first, I thought it was just the wind or maybe animals nearby. But the sound never changed. It stayed low and constant. Then my friend suddenly stopped walking. He looked at us and asked, "Do you guys hear that too?" That was when the atmosphere changed completely. He said, it sounded like wailing coming from different directions. And for the first time that night, he looked genuinely serious, not joking anymore. I tried laughing a little just to calm the mood down, but even I have to admit, something felt wrong. The sound didn't seem like it was coming from one place. It sounded like it was everywhere around us at once. Then my friend quietly said, "I think there are people reading something there." But it didn't sound normal. Right after he said that, I started hearing it too. It sounded like zikir, very distant, very broken. Almost like a group of voices reciting together, but shifting locations constantly. We walked deeply towards the older graves, and when the sound became louder, my friend stopped again and whispered, "No joke, there are many voices." He said it sounded like maybe 10 or more people doing zikir together, but something about it felt off. The voices weren't in sync properly. Some sounded slower, some sounded faster, yet somehow they were still reciting together. Then suddenly, the zikir and the crying started mixing together. I know it sounds stupid, but it genuinely sounded like both noises were happening at the same time. And that was the moment my friend looked scared, like actually scared. He immediately told us we needed to leave, and this time he didn't even wait for us to agree. As we turned around and started walking back, I clearly heard footsteps behind us, slow footsteps, like someone walking on the gravel. But the ground behind us wasn't gravel. My other friend suddenly turned around and said he saw something white near the trees. We looked back immediately, but there was nothing there, just rows of grave. My Muslim friend kept repeating, "Don't look back, just keep walking." He started moving faster, and even though the sound behind us became quieter, they never fully disappeared. It felt like something was following us from a distance. The moment we finally reached the exit area, everything stopped completely. The insect outside suddenly became loud again. Cars could be heard normally. Everything felt alive again, which made the silence inside feel even stranger. My friend only spoke once we got back into the car, and the first thing he said was, "I'm never coming back here at night again." He said whatever we heard inside didn't feel like normal cemetery energy, and honestly, even until today, I still don't know what we actually heard that night. But the part that still bothers me the most was how the voices sounded like people doing zikir, while underneath it all, you could still hear crying. Do you dare to visit Kubur Kassim? Believe it or not, your choice.